Hello everyone, I am building an XL Bastion for Great League and I thought, how often do you get the opportunity to try a level 40 Shieldon in Great League? I will try to speedrun from 2000 to 3000 ELO when my Bastion is done, so I don't care about ELO at the moment and this is therefore the perfect time to test it. And Shieldon is very underrated, just look at all of the amazing matchup it has against the Great League meta on PvP, given the IVs my Shieldon has. It can actually almost beat some of the Charmers. Yeah. So the team I tried consists of Shieldon as a lead, and then Shadow Abomasnow and Tropius with Air Slash in the back. And it actually went much better than expected, so let's begin. My first opponent in this set is Shieldon, and I should mention that these games are played with 30-second switch timer, and he leads with Defense Deoxys, which is a hard counter to Shieldon, and then he counter switches into Alolan Ninetales with Powder Snow against Tropius, so at this point I'm completely hard countered and there's no way to win this game, but I will still try. So he goes for a Weather Ball after overcharging a ton of energy, and then I will try to catch the second one on Shieldon, but it doesn't work, and then my opponent counter switches into Defense Deoxys and farms me down all the way, so here I make the most efficient play to top left and save some time. My next opponent in game number 2 of the set is Chance Humbard, and he leads with Altaria, which actually is a hard counter to Shieldon. But my opponent doesn't know that, so he switches out, because he basically thinks it's a Bastion probably, and it's into a Razor Leaf Victory Bell, and he throws immediately, so I'm not afraid of a Sludge Bomb there, and then I can farm down all the way with Air Slashes. So now I have a trillion energy on Tropius, and since the Altaria is scared of my Shieldon, I'm going to send it in and see what he does, and he switches out again. So that's amazing for me, and I go for Ancient Power, but my opponent throws his energy, which is even better. This Shieldon must be very intimidating, but now I have a trillion energy to spam 3 Leaf Blades on this Raichu, and then I will have a double shielded Abomasnow in the back for Altaria. So at this point I have won the game, I just need to play it out. And my opponent shields, but here comes the third Leaf Blade, and then they are going to switch out, and I will just counter switch into Abomasnow, shield this Sky Attack, and they should resign at any point now because they have no chance of winning at this stage of the game. So now we have a win streak going with Shieldon, and my next opponent is Man and Angel, and he leads with Venusaur, which is an amazing lead, not for Shieldon, because it's a hard counter to Shieldon, but I have 2 hard counters to Venusaur in the back. And he counter switches into Galarian Stunfisk, which is amazing for me, because it's not a good counter at all to a Shadow Abomasnow. All I need to do is connect with 2 Weather Balls, and then farm down the rest with Powder Snows. So my opponent starts shielding, and of course, since it seems like my opponent has 3 Pokemon weak to Abomasnow, I will also start shielding to preserve as much health as possible. But they go for the double shield, and I will also go for the double shield. And here, since they are very likely to throw on 5, I will do 5 Powder Snows and try to catch, but my opponent also tries to catch with Venusaur, which would have KO'd the Venusaur, so it was a weird catch, but I guess my opponent wanted to get rid of this Venusaur because it won't do anything against Abomasnow, and here we go for the Ancient Power and destroy this Venusaur, but that was mostly to burn the clock. So now I still have my Shieldon as an extra shield if I need to, and then the opponent comes in with a Rock Slide, and I'm just able to reach a Weather Ball with 1 HP left. So at this point it's just one-on-one Tropius against my opponent's last Pokemon, but I have 2 extra shields if I need to, with 1 HP left each, but I won't use them because Leaf Blade takes 6 seconds to charge, and my opponent's Flame Charge take 7 seconds on the first one and then 6 seconds on the next one. So I'm going to outpace this Mew to a second Leaf Blade, so there's no reason for me to try to catch something and be fancy. I will just go straight for the Leaf Blade and win. Now I have 2 straight wins with Shieldon, and I go up against Swampville in game number 4, and he leads with Azumarill, which actually is a hard counter to Shieldon, so I need to get out of there, and I switch into my Abomasnow, and the opponent counter switches into Skarmory. So this is great for me actually, because I can spam out these Weather Balls, and just like Galarian Stunfisk, you only need to connect with 2 Weather Balls, and then the Skarmory is in farm down range. So the Skarmory is also very slow to charge move, so when I expect the charge move to come, I can catch it with Shieldon. And the sky attack is double resisted, and then my opponent sends in the Azumarill again and throws their energy on an Ice Beam, which I have no idea why they did. I guess they wanted to farm down, but now the switch timer is up again, and I go into Abomasnow. And since they didn't throw anything better than an Ice Beam, I guess that they have no clue how much energy I have. So I wasn't at an energy ball there, but I threw it either way because they was at an Ice Beam right there. So to at least get a bait through, and I expected it to work since my opponent likely wasn't counting. And then my opponent tried to get some play with the Skarmory, but it doesn't matter, and my opponent's last Pokemon is a Venusaur. So at this point I have already basically won the game, but I still can catch this Frenzy Plant to make matters worse for my opponent and farm down all the way, and I have a Trillion energy to spam out these Leaf Blades on Azumarill. So here I basically was hard counter in the lead and faced a full meta team and still won with 2 shields and almost a full health Tropius to spare. So that just goes to show the power of Shieldon. In game number 5 of the set, I go up against Bart Endless, and he leads with a Chestnut, which is a Pokemon with 1500 CP, so my Shieldon has no chance. So I will switch into Abomasnow and they counter switch into Vigoroth. It would be really nice to have switch advantage here to get my Tropius onto the Chestnut, but Abomasnow can't win switch advantage against Vigoroth if they just start to shield. And they do, so I'm going to switch back into Shieldon to absorb this Body Slam, and then my opponent comes back in with Chestnut. And this situation is actually hilarious, because my opponent is basically already at 100 energy, but they have no clue what to do with this energy. Like, are they going to throw a superpower and debuff themselves? Or are they going to throw Energy Ball and waste more than half of their energy? But they just panic and don't do anything, and then overfarm to 200 energy, and then throw their superpower. And when I come back in with my Tropius, they have no clue what to throw, so they just let their Chestnut go down, which I thought was hilarious. But anyways, it's still an even game, because they still have their Vigoroth fairly healthy, but here they make the mistake to not shield, and then this Galarian Stunfisk is absolutely not going to be able to deal with both the Abomasnow and the Tropius. So at this point I already won the game. If they had shielded and farmed down my Abomasnow, it would be much more even. I might still be able to win by just farming down the Vigoroth and go back-to-back Leaf Blade on the Galarian Stunfisk, but it would be closer. And my opponent realized they have no chance to win this, so after I tank this Rock Slide, I just don't shield to show my opponent that I have decent IVs, so I will be able to survive more than one more, and then they resign the game. So that was 4 wins in a row. Of course I went on to lose the first game in my next set, but it was still a fun little run with Shieldon. So that's it, thanks for watching.